Chelsea are managerless, they are leaderless, and they can actually end trophyless at the end of this season. Yes, it's the preview of FA Cup matches happening this weekend. The oldest tournament in the whole of the world. Yes, you can take that away. Manchester City facing Southampton and Chelsea, who might actually be led astray again by Leeds. Leeds have been that team that have actually caused Chelsea a lot of trouble this season. My name is Adi Damolaya. Welcome to Score City, where passion meets purpose. With me in the studio, as usual, Mide and Elizabeth. Mide, your team actually has an opportunity to salvage their season in the FA Cup. What's your thought on this match? McFarlane, can he take Chelsea over the line?
Yeah, a good one to actually get Liam Rosenior out of the door. I'm actually ecstatic. I'm so happy to see that guy go, because I've been traumatized by this guy. The PTSD I have with this guy is huge.
What PTSD? How many matches have you lost?
Well, it is not because you are not in the shoe. So if you're in the shoe, you understand. So you cannot relate. I am the one telling you all of this because I can sorry. You are not the one being embarrassed out of Europe.
Mide, do you need therapy?
I don't need therapy. Liam needs more therapy than I need. So this is not about me. It's about Liam now. So let's talk about FA Cup. I'm so glad that this guy is out. At least I
had a video of when Chelsea actually appointed Liam Rosenior, and the way Mide was actually giving us all the stats and everything.
I never gave you. You go and check the archive. I never give anybody, because this is an unknown entity to me too. It was new. It was not proven. It was not tested at the highest level. So you cannot usually say, okay, like compare that to say someone like Ancelotti, when you, at least you know what he has. His track record can speak for itself.
I think it's a disservice to be putting Rosenior and Ancelotti in the same context. So
I will not even put Liam this. I think it's a slap on De Zerbi to put Liam in that bracket.
Not even in the ranks of De Zerbi, Graham Potter.
He's not even on that level.
It's so funny that from Tuchel, in actually Chelsea is going on a downward spiral in terms of
when it comes to manager selection, it has been shambles. It's nothing but shambles. Absolutely. But let's just talk about the FA Cup. FA Cup against Leeds. The most important thing, even though whatever comes out of this game, it will be inconsequential to how I feel about the season. But ultimately, the most important thing is that getting or to stop what is making Chelsea lose games.
It's actually going to be a feel-good factor if Chelsea actually loses.
At least get this man out, and they did that. At least even though we are losing, let's even say, I will respect my team, since this guy is out now. McFarlane in the game against Manchester City proved his worth. In that I never expected.
You can actually say that was a one-off.
It was a one-off, but it is what thing that you compare with another team.
Rosenior actually started on a very good note.
On a good note. No, you cannot compare what. No, it wasn't about how on a good note. In that game against Manchester City, when McFarlane took charge of that game, I'm not looking at results. I always look at performances. I look at how the team is structured. That is what is important to me as a fan. I don't know for other people, but for me as a fan,
let me ask: was it probably because Enzo Maresca just left and the players felt like they had the duty to actually show themselves against Manchester City?
No. You could easily see. Okay, when Lampard was, I think, was it Lampard or was it I've forgotten the manager that was sacked, and Bruno Sartor took charge.
I think Mauricio Pochettino.
No, it wasn't Pochettino. I can't really remember. Against Liverpool and Stamford Bridge, you could see the impact, the imprint of that. You could see the difference between the approach in the structure of the team. This is what I have been crying about, Liam Rosenior. Structurally, he has so many loopholes, so many deficiencies in his system. And this is the reason why, even though I'm not saying Chelsea they have a great squad, they don't have a great squad like an elite team would. But what they have,
with the little they have, they should not be.
Enzo Maresca use practically this same team, bar for some experienced players that are left in the summer to play majorly this season. And even this season, there was a way he understand.
Was it in contention for the top four?
He understood
I believe if Enzo Maresca was there, Chelsea would actually be in the top 4 race.
Yeah,
Of course, no doubt.
They might
I
actually
actually
be in the
believe
top
that.
4 right now, but at least they will be within
In that
touching
race.
distance.
They go day top 4. You sure me?
It's every day now because
Because
on
you get
everything
some
what
kind
I've done.
games, lose out.
As when Enzo Maresca was sacked, Chelsea were in the top 4.
Yes.
Exactly, that is the
And I
point.
want to believe Enzo Maresca with not bad as a bad. You don't lose 5
with
matches.
this
Of
Enzo
course.
Maresca that Chelsea were even toe to toe. They were, I think, they were second to Arsenal at a point. The game against
Yes.
Arsenal at the bridge. It was the Sky Sport was saying this is a game between 2 teams that are gunning for the title.
Yes.
And look at how
Chelsea were actually being targeted for the title.
So look at how Chelsea are falling down the pecking order. So
They're
that
actually
so
totally out of Europe right now.
so that is what I'm talking about. When you see that Chelsea under Maresca, even though they were not brilliant, but structurally you could know that Chelsea is not a team that you concede a lot of chances against. You don't get our goalkeepers doesn't face a lot of shots. They don't give chances away. Even though most of the goals that under Maresca were considered were due to individual errors. Individual errors, which are very, very common, especially when you are playing expansive football. But you won't see. Okay, look. Take example for that game against Newcastle, the ones who beat Chelsea at the bridge. Look at how open Chelsea were. So these are the things I'm talking about. So coming back into this game, I am not expecting miracle because this is the first game. But on evidence of what McFarlane did against
Manchester City,
you could see
different.
that this is the person that understands the team, understands the score. Because one thing you as a manager, all mark of a good manager is understanding your team deficiencies, masking it, and exponentially increasing
working
your
on their strengths and leaving the deficiencies.
exactly. And that was what Maresca did with that Chelsea squad. He limited their weaknesses and then maximize
on the attack,
on the good
their
side.
strength.
Elizabeth, Leeds versus Chelsea. Leeds have actually been on a very good run of form. They've actually defeated big boys. They've defeated Manchester United. They've actually had a draw against Chelsea before, 2-2. I remember that 2-2 draw. Yesterday,
Was
they actually got...
Was it even draw?
Yes, it was a 2-2 draw.
2-2
They
draw.
beat Chelsea at Elland Road and they got a draw at Stamford Bridge. 2-2 draw at Stamford Bridge.
Okay, yes.
They've taken 4 points.
Yes, they actually got another wonderful draw yesterday against Bournemouth, against the run of play. Looking at the fact that they have a weekend match against Chelsea in the FA Cup. Let me ask, can Leeds spring a surprise? Can they continue that their fairy tale run against Chelsea?
Well, if you've gotten point away from Manchester United at the Old Trafford, the great stadium, and then you've been on that good run of form, I think they can do that.
They also walloped. Was it not Wolves or which team did they beat 3-0?
Recently,
I think it was Wolves.
Oh,
Leeds. I think
I think it should be Wolves.
Yes, Wolves. So they're on a very, very rich run of form.
So I expect them to want to pull up 1 or 2 things against Chelsea.
Yeah, it was Wolves. Yeah, 3-0.
Now the only advantage one I will see for Chelsea in this game is that they are playing at home.
It's Wembley.
It's
Wembley.
Wembley.
Good.
Wembley,
So now if you are
semi-final.
very good, now this game, Leeds can pull up a surprise. They can turn up any day, anytime, and that's Okafor.
Okafor. What's the name of this guy?
Goodness.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin seems to have found it. There are 2 English strikers that have actually found their form, seeming like old age. Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Dan Welbeck. The both of them have actually found rich form, and it's actually helping their team.
Yes.
There's also this Japanese guy. I can't remember his name in Leeds.
Tanaka.
God bless you. There are also some couple of players
in that team.
There's this Justin guy at the defense.
So that
front
attack
line.
Is the attack and
Stash.
midfield is actually gelling so much.
Yes.
And it's actually giving Daniel Fark a lot of joy.
No, Daniel Fark is a manager that is more or less closer to Klopp in the way of approaching games. He presses relentlessly
Really good.
high up the pitch.
High press.
Like he presses you into oblivion. Presses you up to you submit. That is one thing and if you look at his teams, they are very, very energetic, very, very fit. And even Cavallari that has been an injury magnet at Everton, he has been able to manage some consistency out of playing time and all of that. So Leeds United in this game, ultimately, they will give Chelsea a run of the money.
And this Chelsea defense.
Exactly, Chelsea defense.
You have to look at that thing.
But one thing I want to look at, even when, like I said earlier, when Mareka was there, yes, this same Chelsea defense were present, but it was not as bad as we are seeing now. It was evident that this player, it's like it's just a wonder. These people,
when you even continue to lose and lose, it affects your
mentality.
Exactly.
And you don't even believe in the manager again because you don't be like, what are we doing safe? She will not even the train.
Everywhere will just blow.
He will just blow.
Even there was a rumor that those guys said that they didn't understand how Liam was, what the information,
Someone that
was
writes-
a
passing
lot of
to
people
them.
have been coming out since yesterday.
Someone that
Yes.
writes more than speaks.
Exactly.
Even when you are
That guy
watching
is a
Chelsea, he's
professor.
always writing and writing and writing. Which professor?
Make I
Now,
even make una
Professor
laugh.
Liam.
Make
Which
I even
professor?
make una laugh. Yesterday, somebody was even saying, he tweeted that, I hope Liam Rosenior is showing them the board, all the notes he has been taking down in games, so that to prove to them that he knows what he's doing. I hope he to use them to convince the management that at least I know what I'm doing now.
Well, for him, I think Liam Rosenior would actually get another job as soon as possible because that's Chelsea on his CV is a big one for him. Manchester City versus Southampton. Southampton are in beautiful form in the championship right now. I think they're unbeaten in the last 10 or so games. They from nowhere they are currently in contention for playoffs. I think the playoff position is almost secured. I think they should be around 76 points on the championship table. We know Millwall and Coventry will definitely qualify. Coventry have even won the championship already. Southampton, they did the unthinkable against Arsenal. They defeated Arsenal against the run of play at the St. Mary's. This is a neutral ground. Wembley, they are going to Wembley against Manchester City. Can Southampton, can they actually help us stop this Guardiola's moving train?
I don't think they can do that right now. With the way Guardiola is right now, he's on his road to treble, and then
A domestic treble.
Yes, a domestic treble, and that is on his mind. Against Burnley yesterday, he didn't do too much. They didn't have the chance. They created a lot of chances.
Burnley were being wasteful yesterday.
I'm telling you, that Fleming guy. Oh my goodness, he had a lot of chances.
Please,
dropping
Burnley
to
fans,
him.
old Fleming. Fleming is the reason why you're going to the championship.
I'm telling you, because he had a lot of chances that dropped to him. Even this guy, even this winger, Loom, they were getting chances, but how clinical are you in front of Donnarumma? You just drop the ball, kick it to his side.
Very nonchalant.
He's not making look as if Donnarumma is one big
In fact,
almighty
most
in
of
that
the
game.
shots were off target.
And then kudos to their keeper in that game.
Dubravka, yes.
That guy
Dubravka.
was solid. He had 8 saves against Manchester City yesterday. So in this game right now, I see that Manchester City, they might not get that couple of chances. They might not even be that good in that game, but that experience and that fear factor that this is Pep Guardiola's side I'm facing is going to worry Southampton on a neutral ground. So I still see Manchester City, getting that job done, and it will be in their favor.
Can Southampton did what Wigan did in 2012 when they defeated Manchester City en route to winning the FA Cup?
There's no need to waste time on this one. Absolutely no chance. Next question.
Absolutely no. So you are not giving Southampton any
chance.
chance against Manchester City.
No, this is not us now.
No,
This
don't
is
do that
this
now.
is Manchester City.
We are London brothers.
Next question.
We are
please.
London brothers,
Next
Midi.
questions. Can you
All
please
right.
move on? There's no need to cry over spilled milk.
Mide, please repeat that statement.
This is not us now. This is Manchester City.
This is not Arsenal. That is what you get when you bottle your chances of winning time and time and time again. Mide, should Guardiola consider resting his players against Southampton?
He has the debt. He cannot afford not to rest players.
Mhm.
Obviously, he will play some certain French players like Aki, like
Foden,
all of
Savinho.
them.
So I was just saying it. So look at the names that I am mentioning. Nathan Ake, French player. Phil Foden,
A French
player.
Of
Mamouche.
Mamouche,
Mamouche is French.
French player.
Yes.
There's Tijani Reinders,
Savinho.
Savinho,
I
French
mentioned
players.
him.
And you are telling me that this Manchester City team, the second team will not take second in Premier League.
So
The second Manchester City team, they
So
will
I'm
take second in
just
Premier
saying,
League.
that he cannot afford not to, because he has very, very difficult games in the Premier League to Crystal Palace, Bournemouth,
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa,
So
yeah.
these are teams that actually spoil the party for him. So and he cannot afford to get any more injury at this point of the season. So keeping that in check or keeping that in mind is very, very important. I think it will be a rotated side, but even as rotated as Manchester will be, I think they have more than enough to see off Southampton.
Well, for me, I'll be looking up to surprises and the normal fairy tale run that we usually get in the FA Cup. The FA Cup has always shown us surprises. It has always given us the storylines. We've seen teams come out of the blues to win the FA Cup, and that is why I believe it's one of the most interesting
Yes.
cup titles in the whole of the world. The reason why it is the oldest title, Last season, Crystal Palace won against all odds. Can we see a new champion again this season? Or will Guardiola be actually sealing his... I think this should be, if he wins this should be his first domestic treble in England. Yes, winning the league, the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup. Will Guardiola be finally getting his first domestic treble? I remain Adidamola, like I usually do. Please remember to follow us on all our social media handles. Subscribe, share, and comment on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and see you again next time.